A nuclear-capable bomber squadron has just landed near Iran. The Red Sea, a critical maritime lifeline, is now tightly encircled by two aircraft carrier strike groups and nuclear submarines. At the same time, a top-secret letter from former President Donald Trump has been delivered directly to Iran's supreme leader, setting a firm 60-day deadline. Is this the final warning before war breaks out? Welcome to WorldView Today. Today, we're diving into a breaking story that's capturing global attention. A covert U.S. operation, a chilling warning to Iran, and a series of moves that could ignite tensions across the Middle East at any moment. Let's uncover what's really happening behind the scenes. U.S. plays. It's Trump card. B-2 bombers deployed. 2-month ultimatum for Iran, ladies and gentlemen. If the Middle East were a perilous chessboard, this very moment marks a decisive turn. The United States has moved its queen to the center, and Iran is now left with only a few moves to determine its fate. In a move described by experts as unprecedented since the Cold War, President Donald Trump has ordered the deployment of 7 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers, ghost-like machines capable of delivering nuclear devastation. These are among the most advanced strategic aircraft in the world, able to travel thousands of kilometers undetected by radar. 6 of them have landed at Diego Garcia, a key U.S. military base in the Indian Ocean, well-positioned to launch a preemptive strike into the Middle East within hours. Their presence is not mere showmanship. It's a silent but unmistakable message. We're ready. The question is, are you willing to test us? But that's only the visible tip of the iceberg. The once calm Red Sea is now the staging ground for a massive military buildup. The USS Harry S. Truman aircraft carrier is already in position. From the Pacific, the USS Carl Vinson, flanked by destroyers, command ships, support vessels, and 2 nuclear submarines armed with cruise missiles, is en route. Here at WorldView Today, we call this the silent iron grip. No official declaration of war, but a slow and deliberate tightening of strategic space around Iran. And at the heart of this high-stakes drama lies a chilling act of psychological warfare. As the forces took position, Trump personally sent a letter to Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, with a message cold and sharp as steel. Iran has exactly 2 months to return to the negotiating table over its nuclear program. Otherwise, the consequences will be etched into history. This isn't just an invitation to talk. It's an ultimatum cloaked in diplomacy, a masterstroke of psychological pressure. Trump, a dealmaker known for his slam-the-table-then-negotiate approach, has cornered Iran into a precarious dilemma. Step back and risk appearing weak, losing face both domestically and regionally. Stand firm and face the wrath of a fully prepared superpower with its finger already on the trigger. On the military front, the U.S. doesn't want war, but it wants Iran to believe it's fully prepared for one. The goal is clear: pressure Iran into backing down before things spiral out of control. On the geopolitical front, Iran has been supplying drones to Russia in the Ukraine war. By tightening the noose around Iran, the U.S. is indirectly disrupting Russia's UAV supply chain, a strategic move to further weaken Moscow on the battlefield. On the domestic front, Trump is sending a pointed message to American voters. Only he has the strength to defend U.S. national security and global standing, a stark contrast to what he portrays as the soft diplomacy of the Obama-Biden era. In short, this isn't just a show of force. It's a multi-layered chess game, blending military deterrence, psychological warfare, and political calculation. And here's the question we at WorldView Today leave you with. Will Iran stand its ground as defiantly as it has vowed? Or will it quietly retreat into the shadows to avoid a looming global conflict? The clock is ticking, and the world is watching, second by second, as this high-stakes game unfolds. Trump's letter and the 2-month deadline. Immediately after taking office, Donald Trump sent a direct letter to Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The message was crystal clear: Iran must return to the negotiating table over its nuclear program, and it has exactly 2 months to respond. Failing that, Trump warned, The United States would take decisive action, potentially delivering a level of punishment unseen since World War II. In his words, "If you do not listen, the consequences will be severe, and history will remember that you missed a great opportunity." Iran responds through Oman. Iran did not remain silent. However, rather than respond directly, Tehran chose a diplomatic channel, Oman, a neutral country, to deliver its reply. Iran signaled willingness to engage in indirect talks, but made it clear they will not sit face-to-face with the United States. This move appears to be a balancing act, preserving national dignity while quietly keeping a narrow door open for diplomacy. Nonetheless, Iran's message was firm. We do not negotiate under pressure or threats, a response that serves both as an invitation and a warning that the memory of Trump's past actions still lingers in Tehran. The long history of U.S.-Iran tensions. To fully understand today's crisis, we must look back at the turbulent history between the United States and Iran. In 2015, under President Barack Obama, the U.S. and several world powers signed a landmark nuclear agreement with Iran, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA. Iran agreed to restrict its nuclear program in exchange for the lifting of harsh economic sanctions. But when Donald Trump took office in 2017, he viewed the deal as dangerously weak. In 2018, he unilaterally withdrew the U.S. from the agreement and reimposed crippling sanctions. As a result, Iran's economy plunged into turmoil. Oil revenues plummeted from $70 billion a year to just $4 billion within 3 years. The assassination of General Qasem Soleimani. The confrontation escalated further in 2020 when President Trump ordered the assassination of General Qasem Soleimani, a towering figure in Iran's military leadership. As commander of the Quds Force, Soleimani was the mastermind behind Iran's operations across the Middle East. On January 3, 2020, a U.S. drone strike targeted his convoy near Baghdad International Airport, killing him and several others. Tehran saw it as a brutal blow and vowed revenge. Iran puts a bounty on Trump. In the wake of Soleimani's death, Iran erupted in fury. Its parliament declared a $3 million bounty for anyone who could assassinate Donald Trump. This wasn't just a personal threat. It was a state-sanctioned declaration that remains in effect to this day. Trump responded in typical fashion during an interview. "If they dare harm me or my team, they will be completely wiped out. There will be nothing left of them." Iran's support for Russia in Ukraine. But this story goes beyond just the U.S. and Iran. Tehran has been aiding Russia in its war against Ukraine by supplying deadly unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. These drones have wreaked havoc across Ukraine, targeting homes, schools, and infrastructure. The United States has taken note. If Iran's UAV pipeline can be cut off, Russia's war effort could suffer a serious blow. That's why Washington's pressure on Tehran isn't just about nuclear weapons. It's also about weakening Moscow's hand on the battlefield. Ukraine's drone superiority, ironically, while Russia leans heavily on Iranian drones, Ukraine has leapt ahead in drone technology. It now produces a wide range of UAVs, from surveillance to kamikaze models, that have overwhelmed Russian defenses. Moscow's reliance on Tehran is growing, yet even those Iranian drones fall short against Ukraine's drone swarm tactics, both in the sky and on the ground. Trump's harsh warning. Donald Trump has never minced words. He once declared, "If Iran dares attack the U.S. or our leaders, they will be wiped off the map." He left clear directives to the military. Should Iran act, the U.S. response must be swift and devastating. With powerful forces now stationed in the Red Sea and stealth B-2 bombers on standby, Trump is making it clear, this is not a bluff. General Soleimani, Iran's symbol of resistance. General Qasem Soleimani wasn't just a military officer. He was the chief architect of Iran's strategic vision in the Middle East. From Syria to Iraq, Lebanon to Yemen, Soleimani helped prop up Assad's regime. armed Hezbollah, and coordinated pro-Iranian militias across the region. To Iran, he symbolized resistance against the West. His assassination wasn't just a tactical loss. It was a profound psychological shock for the nation and the broader Shia resistance movement. The big question: what will Iran do? With everything unfolding, the world is now asking, will Iran remain composed, or will it retaliate? Will Tehran choose negotiation or confrontation? The 2-month deadline set by Trump is ticking down fast, and all eyes are now fixed on Iran. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's in-depth report on the rising tensions between the United States and Iran, brought to you by WorldView Today. If you found this content informative and thought-provoking, please support us by subscribing to the channel and sharing this video. And don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching.